Hello 568ers, this is my video tutorial on Tagxedo. What Tagxedo is it's a word cloud program on the internet. So what a word cloud is when you take words and you type them in and it kind of presents them in a different fashion. It kind of groups them and puts them, front ways, sideways, and it just makes a design out of your words. How you use it, it's pretty straightforward. You go on the website Tagxedo, Tagxedo. If you're not a great speller, if you just type in TAG, it usually does pop up in your choices on your browser. Over in the box on the side, you have some options: load, save, respins, and then they have color, theme, font, orientation, layout. And what those are the kind of things you can do with it. So to start, I would go to load. And what that does is that gives me a spot to type in the words that I'm going to type in. And what I'm typing in right now is some different weather patterns, as if I had my kids chart the weather through all of March. And now I'm typing out each day's worth of weather. When you're done with typing, what you're going to do is you hit submit. And it takes a minute, so you do have to be patient with this and talk to your kids about not click, 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 click. When it's done, you'll close that out, and it's got your word cloud right there. The words are bigger based on the frequency that you've typed them. So if you type sunny 50 times and windy once, sunny is going to be a lot bigger than windy. On the side, the first option I would go to down at the bottom is shape, because that's going to be a big part of your presentation, how the words are arranged. Because we did weather, I decided to put mine in the shape of a cloud. So you just click on shape. You can scroll through. They've got tons of different designs. I believe in the better versions, if you download those, you can upload your own image. But for now, I'm just using the shapes, and I'm picking a cloud because it's weather. So you click on it. It takes a minute to spin, and then you're done with that. So the benefits to using Tagxedo in a classroom are it can make a presentation a little bit more interesting visually. I wouldn't use it as a professional necessarily to convey really important information, but it does help make presentations just a little bit more visually exciting. As you know, my kids are in second grade. They're not really trying to get information across where people would be taking notes, so having it like this does look kind of nice. It does show important themes, something that maybe the kids might not have noticed. If you have them go in and write one important sentence from every chapter in a book, the words that come up more are going to be bigger, and you can set it to get rid of common words like the and. So the important words get bigger and bigger as they get used. So a kid could look at this and say, well, gosh, we're reading this book, and I didn't realize that this is the most important thing in every chapter. All of a sudden I see it because in my word cloud, this one word is huge and the rest of them aren't as big. So that's really nice. Some drawbacks for Tagxedo is it's a typing program. So a lot of it is typing. So if you have slow typers, it can be hard for them to try and get all the information in, or it can take a really long time. The weather activity I'm having my kids do, we could just have a Word document where they've typed the weather every day and then copy and paste that. Another drawback is you can't save your work and come back to it later. So you can't type in the weather for today, save it, start it again tomorrow. It's a one and done, so they can't update it daily. Basically, you enter in your information, you save it, you print it, it's done. So it does have some educational uses in a classroom. One I had mentioned in the benefits, it does help kind of identify big ideas, themes. You can use that in reading to identify themes in a story. We are going to use it in science to identify themes in weather. So that's kind of great. It also just helps, like I said, make presentations more interesting, maybe things that kids wouldn't be so excited to do, like type spelling words, all of a sudden is really fun because it makes these great word clouds. So in conclusion, Tagxedo is a really great website because it does interesting visual presentations. It helps pull out these big ideas and these themes. Downside, you have to know how to type or it's going to take forever and you can't save it and come back to it. But overall, the kids seem to like it. As a teacher, I really like it, and I hope that now that you know a little more about it, you like it too.